Fam, what's going on? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up on all these videos. We appreciate you guys being here. Today, we're going to talk about Coach Kalen DeBoer's interview with Ryan Fowler from 100.9 FM. Really great interview. Provide what I learned from that interview. Great stuff. Go check it out in its entirety. Will Johnson watch? Who is he? He's a cornerback out of Michigan. Nick Sheridan, officially hired as Alabama's offensive coordinator. Jamarcus Shepard, officially hired as well as the co-offensive coordinator, wide receivers coach, and assistant head coach. We're going to also talk about Keon Saab. Is he already enrolled at the University of Alabama? How could he be? And Caleb Odom, now as a wide receiver. Let's dive into it right now on Bama Football on YouTube. The interview with Coach Kalen DeBoer was really great. I think Ryan did a really great job. I love the questions, a lot of them about the offense. But before I dive into that, one of the main things that I took away from the interview, he was so complimentary about the three prospects that he just signed to the class of 2024, Ryan Williams, Noah Carter, and Quinton Reese. The most impactful quote that I think he had was about Ryan Williams and said that he's one of the most dynamic players that he's seen, period. He's been coaching for a long time. And I think you get that when you're looking at a prospect like Ryan Williams. That's why he was a must get for anybody, but specifically Alabama. And considering that Coach Kalen DeBoer can utilize a player like him, I can't wait to see what he can do with Ryan Williams in his initial year at the University of Alabama. Said kind of the same thing about Noah Carter. He said that Noah Carter is very comfortable in space, and when he grows into his body, he can play down in the dirt, on the edge, and really fit into this 4-2-5 offense. He's the prospect coming to Alabama from Arizona. And then he said kind of similar things about Reese. He said that very good tackler. And then the one thing that he hit on all three of those guys is that kind of their personality. And specifically with Ryan Williams, I remember him saying that he has an ability to really pick up the offense mentally, schematically, like really quick. And that stood out to him. So love the detail on the class of 2024 recruits. Did a great job. And I think he's really done a really good job in the transfer portal as well. We've talked about that before with Parker Brailsford coming in, Austin Mack. You have Josh Cuevas, who just joined as a tight end. And then you have Keon Saab, the defensive back from Michigan. Kind of leads me to my next point is Will Johnson watch. Well, Coach Smook started talking about Will Johnson. He's a cornerback out of Michigan. Now, he hasn't hit the transfer portal as of February 20th, but he does have up until February 23rd to enter the transfer portal. Overall, he did a fantastic job at Michigan, played in over 500 snaps and had a coverage grade of over 80, which is really impressive. So we will keep you posted if he does, in fact, enter the NCAA transfer portal. So that is Will Johnson, a cornerback from Michigan that Alabama could certainly use. I mean, you look at Damani Jackson coming in, but who's going to play opposite side of Damani Jackson if Damani Jackson is the corner that wins the job, right? Is it going to be a young freshman like Zay Mincy, Jalen Mbakwe, someone else? I want to hear from you inside the comment box, but I do feel that Alabama goes to the transfer portal and does pick up a prospect or two on the defensive side of the ball, specifically in the secondary. And I think listening to another interview that Coach DeBoer did with Greg McElroy and Cole Kublik, he said that Alabama still has a few scholarship spots available. I'm seeing it around 82 right now, but those numbers are always fluid. But I want to get your posts and comments inside the comment box about Will Johnson. All right. Nick Sheridan was officially hired as Alabama's offensive coordinator. And from the interview that Alabama posted, I thought this really stood out. And I'm going to play this Jamarcus Shepard one next, or show it at least. But new Alabama offensive coordinator Nick Sheridan had this to say. It's a tremendous opportunity to join Coach Kalen DeBoer at Alabama, Sheridan said. I look forward to working with the offensive staff to develop a plan each week to put our team in position to be successful. There is an unmatched legacy at Alabama, and I understand the importance of upholding that standard while developing our players. Now, Jamarcus Shepard, and this was an article from UA Athletics, I have a passion for coaching and developing our players both on and off the field. Love that. Shepard said, the chance to help Coach Kalen DeBoer continue the standard at Alabama is something I take a lot of pride in working to accomplish. That is special place. and I'm excited about the opportunities that are in front of us. You know, it's interesting that they say opportunities, because going back to point number one about Coach Kalen DeBoer, he said that he doesn't use the word challenges. He uses the word opportunities. And I love that. And he was also, before I get to my next point about Keon Saab, let's go back to that interview, because he did talk about the offense. Ryan Fowler asked him, what type of offense, or if you can explain your philosophy on offense. And he said, it's a pro-style offense, going to utilize the tight ends. And here's a good quote from that interview with Ryan. It says, we'll adjust to whoever the quarterback is. Certainly someone who can deliver the football. What I hope, we can be a team that can deliver the ball to our skill position players. You look at the different skill sets we have. Everyone looks at Jalen Milroe. He can run the football, and that is an added weapon. So I'm really excited about this overall offense and the offensive approach. He also talked a little bit about the defensive side and kind of his philosophy about defense, because he is an offensive coach. So, again, great interview. Really well done. Keon Saab, is he already enrolled at Alabama? Well, yes. And you're like, well, how could he be? If you're a student, you're like, well, the ad drop date, it already passed. Well, if you're a player and your coach left, like Jim Harbaugh left to the Chargers, then you can get a special exemption to be able to be enrolled at the University of Alabama. So that is how Keon Saab is already enrolled at the University of Alabama, which I think is huge. You have him. He'll be ready for spring football, and see him competing for that free safety spot, and really excited about what he brings to the table. Honestly, I saw some Michigan fans inside the comment box that they were like, you were going to be a starter here at Michigan. Well, you know, Savages want to play with Savages, and I think they want to be a part of, what Alabama has, and an opportunity to come over here to compete, go against the wide receivers every single day. I mean, these are elite programs, Michigan, Alabama, but coming over here to Alabama, they have something special. And I think Courtney Morgan behind the scenes, is a player that he's a coach that players want to play for and be around. I know Courtney Morgan's not on the field, but people have a relationship with him, runs deep. Okay. And also Alabama's recruiting his two younger brothers. How about that? All right, so the final point is Caleb Odom listed as a wide receiver. Well, on his Instagram handle, yes, he is. He is listed as a wide receiver, which is exciting news, because I think that Caleb Odom is a player that Alabama has been missing in their offense for the last several years. I really do. And no disrespect to any of the tight ends in the room. I thought that Amari Niblack could be that guy for Alabama, but I think Caleb Odom will be that guy. I think they can split him out wide. I think he could even be a tight end if he wanted to. I think he could really be whatever he wanted to, because he's going to create mismatches here at the University of Alabama. What is your take on that? Honestly, I want to hear from you inside the comment box. And he also just retweeted Jamarcus Shepard and said, let's work. He's a wide receivers coach. Got to be excited about that. So I want to hear from you regarding Caleb Odom. Fam, I really appreciate you being here and supporting the overall product right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Run the thumbs up on all these videos. And thank you for being a part of our lives and just really subscribing to our channel. We can't wait to get to spring football, and we are going to provide a lot of coverage for you on a daily basis. News that you can depend on regarding the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. So once again, thank you very much for watching our video, and think about becoming a fan funder. You can go cruise over to the membership tab as low as $2.99 to support the product. If not, simple thumbs up goes a long way, and we appreciate you being here. One more time, from beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Kyle Henderson, a Bama Football on YouTube.